Hey, so today I'm going to be trying to add some checkpoints to our map that we were working on before. Yeah, so over the starting area, there's recordings playing around here that I'm going to need to re-record actually, because I moved the map. But once you reach this point, I want you to respawn here when you die. So I'm going to be working on that. So first up, I'm going to be making a new map action. New kind of map action. Which is a copy and paste action. So that's going to do. I'm going to select an area. I'm going to copy your base. And I'm going to record pasting it here at the checkpoint, setting the lower left-hand corner of that area. So when that map action goes off, we'll be giving you a brand new headquarters over here, and assuming that your previous one has died because you lost. Alright. So now that we have that action, oh right, we're going to want a map variable. So do we have a good setup for this? No. So I'm just going to make a new one of these. That is create map variables. Create for us a variable. Equals 0, indicating that we haven't gotten to any checkpoints yet. Now what we're going to do is in our respawn checkpoint 1, we're only going to respawn at checkpoint 1 if what do I call it? Oh, I forgot to actually add the variable. Checkpoint equals 0. Create that. And over here, we're going to say conditions. We're going to say only do this action if checkpoint is 1. So elsewhere in code, when the player gets to a certain place, we're going to increase the checkpoint number, and then when we run our respawn, then we can just have the one respawn trigger, and when we call for a respawn, we'll go to whatever checkpoint we'll do whatever pace checkpoint you are supposed to be at. So just gotta make a copy of this respawn checkpoint 2. And we're going to do the same copy, but we're going to paste. Instead of respawning here, we're going to respawn up here. Another copy. Actually, I'm not sure this will actually get copied. These things will actually get copied because they're very special. Paste for this to be here. Each one checkpoint 2. Copy that. And checkpoint 3. Copy that. Same thing. So now we can make a trigger is just spawn an HQ death. That's going to be triggering on a building. So now we can take this trigger and say that when HQ blue is destroyed, we're just going to try all of our respawns, and then hopefully one of them will work once the player has reached the checkpoint. So now we have our previous HQ loss that caused the player to lose. So we're going to want to amend that so that this only triggers if the player's HQ dies somewhere in this box. These buildings are special. So in this area, we have this recording playing, and when we respawn someone back at the checkpoint, we want them to have to go through the full recording from the start. So for that, it'll be easier for us to just restart the level, since this is the first place the player is, rather than rebuilding their HQ and then like having to mess with the recording that's playing and do some AI deck shenanigans to try and get that restarted. It'll be easier to just restart the scene if they die in this first zone. By the way, yeah, we are going to have to re-record the searcher attacks for this, because I moved the entire map. And since the locations I was building things at in the recording are static, they're now in the wrong place. On the upside, this means I can make in my next recording, I can make sure that the searchers come from between these bumpers, so that the player doesn't accidentally block them with their HQ. Doesn't block their spawn with their HQ and like avoid attacks that way, because that would be a little lame. All right. So now we just need to note. Now we just need some triggers that will note when the player has reached various checkpoints. Trigger that is reached checkpoint point 1. Can be also a building trigger. Create that. I'm going to say when an HQ headquarters has claimed an area, meaning that when it moves, the HQ claims things, since we're not building new HQs every time we move. So when the HQ moves into this area, we're going to trigger an action. So we're going to set that trigger area to be here. So when the HQ enters that area, we're going to set off an action. Now we don't have that action yet, so we're going to have actions. So we're going to make a reached checkpoint 1. And this value is going to set the variable. I'm going to set the variable that we created earlier. So once they reach this checkpoint, we're going to set checkpoint equal to 1. And now we go to our trigger for reach checkpoint 1, and when that happens, we're going to call our reach checkpoint 1 map action. So when we reach there, that value will move up, and where we respawn will be changed, because we reference that variable when deciding whether to do our various respawn map actions. So now we're just going to need a bunch more things like this. So reach checkpoint 1, copy, reach checkpoint 2. What's that? Checkpoint equals 2. That. Checkpoint 3 Okay, I think I didn't save some of these. One. Now let's go through and make sure that these are all set up. Three. Now reach checkpoint 1. That. Now we're gonna make a copy. Reach checkpoint 2. Checkpoint 2. Let's make sure I got the right one. You have to do that. 2. Now we're gonna set the area on that trigger. HQ claimed. So this was the area for checkpoint 1. And then once you've gotten to anywhere in here, and they've reached checkpoint 2. Where'd reach checkpoint 3 go? Oh, right. I just didn't make it yet. Checkpoint 3. We'll set our variable to 3. Checkpoint 1. Checkpoint 2. And checkpoint 3. Alright. Now we just want to go to our startup trigger set and add all of our checkpoint checkers and our respawn on HQ death. Alright. So now we're going to go and do some basic testing and see how that goes. Alright, so first, I don't want to wait for the entire recording to end, so I'm just going to delete those real fast, just so I can get to the checkpoint and see if it works. Test. This out. So, first up, let's check out our normal death condition still works. Yep. And still restart. But now say I go through here. Oh yeah, I should turn on those, I should make those triggers visible so I can check. So I can make sure they're being set up and whatnot. Alright, since I moved the map, I broke these recordings as well. Dang it. Okay, I knew there was a reason I didn't want to copy paste my map around. Ah well. Live and learn. So I guess I'll have to go, yeah, until I go back and fix all of these recordings. I'll need to get a little further forward. Oh right, this trigger isn't going to work either, because it's again pointed at a different area. But in theory, I've now reached that. Oh, that still worked. Okay, interesting. Maybe I made that thing big. So I died. That's good. I didn't respawn. Okay, so we'll need to start. So we'll need to work on that. Okay, so first up, let's go to our reach checkpoint 1. Go. 1. Put these on. HQ. First up, we're going to see if these are all showing up in our level. Alright, so they all exist. And okay, I did successfully trigger checkpoint 1. So that's good. That's checkpoint 2. Great. Oh, now I need to add holes into this wall. All right. Okay. So before I test this anymore, I'm just gonna need to go and do some cleanup on a few things. Like one. Nice. Let's put some holes in these walls. Strong principle. If you end up between these two HQs, you've done something seriously wrong, but just in case. Perforated walls for everyone. Back over to cards, we have lime fire lasers. Select lime. Oh, right, and select building 1. Wait, that should have our lasers, shouldn't it? Where'd our lasers go? Oh, okay, that might only show up while recording. That would make sense. Recording. Pew. 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 Alright, that's a nice 10-second recording, so we can actually try and match that up and at least get off base slower. We're just going to delete all of these, just because it'll look cleaner while I'm recording. Action. Again. Alright, and that at about 6 seconds. Now, I'm surprised the yellow turn on trigger worked. Check the yellow turn on. Oh yeah, this should also be a bit different. We should make this well, okay, if the player is moving ahead without their HQ, that's bad. We can go ahead and activate this and like kind of punish them for that. If they're trying to like race with Surgers to the end of the level, like that's not going to work. So might as well inform them of that by having yellow turn on, start attacking them. Let them know that something has gone wrong. Okay, so respawn on HQ death. This one shouldn't have a location. It's listening for the destroyed HQ, and then it is running all of these respawn tests. Now we look at our respawn checkpoint 1. Oh, this is reach checkpoint. Oh, did I put the wrong thing in there? Let me go back and check that. Respawn on HQ death. Respawn checkpoint 1. Ah, here we go. This sets checkpoint equal to 1. Checkpoint equals 2. 3. Create map variables. Oh, did I think I forgot to actually add create map variables to anything. Go to our startup actions. We should be running create map variables. That's kind of important. Anything else we meant to do at the beginning? Turn off yellow. Create map variables. Yeah, don't open door 1 until later. Alright. Now let's test this out. Alright, so we got that working again. Let's go try this out. Ah, and I respawned. Excellent. Now, admittedly, I still have some platforms here, which we might need to do something about. Do some checkpoint cleanup. Why did these stop firing? Ah, okay. So something in that recording has gone wrong. I think the wire building recording is messed up. Go to our orange wire rebuild. Select player orange. Orange should have access to all of these. These should all be in the same set and all be connected to each other, but I wonder if they're waiting on each other for power. Let's test and just observe that for a minute. Yeah, I'm not seeing any wires. This is showing up as unpowered, which is odd because we do have an HQ on the other end. Interesting. Fire orange. Let's rebuild those wires. See if it's really just not building any wires at all. I might have messed up something in the recording. Okay, I think I just need to be building the wires more often. Like maybe if I double build them, just to make sure that just to make sure there's something there as often as possible. Just as set up. Oh, right. My bad. What's that? Player orange. Delete all these wires. Get those as well this time, because they shouldn't matter. Because I still have control of the other end of the relay, so I should still be able to build there. Okay, and let's record. Begin. We'll make that significantly shorter, so it's going to happen so it should happen pretty frequently. There we go. This is more what we want. Back to editing the map. Select player orange. start off with those wires in place. Make the whole thing look a little less wonky. Okay, cool. So now we're probably ready to try out checkpoint 2. Then work on our resetting code a bit. Oh, this is going to be difficult. I'm not sure how to clean up all the... I'm not sure if we have a way to clean up all the platforms. So we might be leaving players to clean up their own mess. Just a little bit. Which isn't ideal. Let that laser finish firing and we... Oh! Whew. Made it through. Get that laser out of the way. And run! Ah, they got me. Alright, we're back here. Oh, I guess I can do a copy-paste to just reset this whole channel. Run! Oh shit, I can't. Okay. Oh, right. I'm not. My triggers aren't restarting themselves, so I'm only gonna respawn the one time. So that's another problem I gotta fix. Let's see, we've got our respawn and death is gonna do all of these. Alright, we're gonna have a map action that is recreate spawn. Respawn trigger. It's going to create a trigger. And what trigger are they gonna make? Respawn and HQ death. So, respawn and HQ death is gonna just make respawn trigger, and now we'll be able to respawn as many times as we want. Okay. So on a respawn, what all can I reset? I can potentially reset pretty much the entire map. So let's try and make a thing that does that. That seems reasonable. So we're going to make an action that is reset map. Oop. Reset map. That's going to be a copy paste action. And the copy area is going to be the whole map. Oh, I should really... Okay. Let's leave myself a little room to grow. I'm just going to start here. Should be able to find that point again. And go all the way up to here. Paste area. That corner, which is right there. And now we go to our respawn. We recreate the trigger, and actually before we do that, we want to reset the map before we reset the trigger, since resetting the map is gonna potentially like destroy an HQ or move things around. And we don't want our triggers going off on that. So let's try that out. Let's see how it feels. Well, this is a pretty janky challenge. But on the upside, we should now be able to retry it whenever we feel like it. Blah. I'm dead. Oh, right. It put me back here. Because that was part of my copy-paste. Okay, so I need to do the copy-paste first, then do the specific respawn, and not include this area in my copy-paste. Okay, so the area I can reset will be a little limited because I have this starting area that I can't return to original form. So we'll take our reset map, select our copy area, which is now going to start here. And just cover like everything. Paste area. Alright, there. And respawn on HQ death. I'm going to go ahead and reset the map first, then respawn, then remake the trigger. Go. Come on. Okay, interesting. Ah, I probably broke some relays on the restart. Oh, because some of my relays are in the copy-paste area and some are outside. So those are all gonna break when I copy-paste. No, these are still connected. Interesting. Well, this is pretty new tech, so I'm probably gonna need to do a little bug fixing on this. Look into some more of how this works, and get back to you when I figure out a bit more about how to get this checkpoint system to work. Alright, that's all for now.